What do you guys think about what's going on in the NFL as we speak?
Well, I think that, a lot of people were waiting to hear if Tom Brady was going to stay with the Patriots or if he was going to go to another team, and we found our answer that he is going to play for Tampa Bay.
Were you guys surprised about that?
Interesting.
Were you guys surprised about that?
I called it.
He did call it. Ricky texted me. He's like, he's going to Tampa Bay.
How about you, Ricky?
I was. Oh wait.
You guys got to share the mic. You got to share it. You got to share it.
It only took about. It was kind of funny actually because Jillian and I were talking. Where do you think he's going? I'm like, I think it's Tampa Bay. And then about 2 hours, 3 hours later, it comes out, and I basically texted her, told you.
And I'm like, damn, you're right.
Well, I've been predicting that Tom Brady was no longer going to stay with the New England Patriots before the season even started last year. But I did not think he was going to Tampa. It really happened as the end of the season came around. There were stories coming out with Tampa that Tom Brady was interested in the Buccaneers because of their wide receiving core and the great offensive talent that they have over there. And Bruce Arians, who's an offensive genius. I thought that was one of the main reasons why Tom Brady went over there. But I was hearing stories that the Las Vegas Raiders were the team that he was heading over to. And I also heard throughout the grapevine before the playoffs were over was the Tennessee Titans. Mm-hmm. Tennessee decided to go.
That was the favorite for a while, yeah.
Tennessee was the team that signed Ryan Tannehill to $118 million, which had, to me, made absolutely no sense. You're paying Ryan Tannehill $25 million a year because he had one decent season with them, and in the playoffs, he threw about, 250 yards in 3 games. So, to me, I would not have overpaid a quarterback that played a good second half, that kind of money, especially going into the playoffs. And it wasn't really him. It was Derrick Henry, which they franchised. They didn't even give him an extension.
In the 2 playoff games they won, Derrick Henry threw just as many touchdown passes as Ryan Tannehill did.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. What did you guys think about Slay getting traded to the Eagles? Speedy did not like that trade, and he thinks that he liked the trade for the Eagles.
Trade for the Eagles,
but he hated the trade as far as the Detroit Lions. What did you guys think about the trade?
Ricky, go ahead.
Honestly, I forget what the Eagles had to give up, but I know
3rd round and 5th round pick.
Oh yeah. Then the Lions definitely screwed up because I think Darius Slay is really good. He was pulling the defense together, and it was and honestly, he was good. Him and I forget who else is on defense off the top of my head. But
their secondary is not very good. If that's
not at all. Darius Slay was the best player. Yeah.
They've had a number 2 corner problem for years.
Basically, the entire secondary core being dropped.
Right.
I'm very surprised that there were a lot of other teams not interested in Darius Slay. He's been one of the top 3 corners in the league for the last 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. He's still fairly young. He's 27 years old. He's got a lot. To me, I think he has a lot of tread left on his legs. This guy has also been fighting injury for the last couple of years as well. But
nothing major though. So
yeah, but it's still injuries, and usually when you have foot injuries that he has had in the last couple of years, usually it gets worse. And he has been playing on turf for the last couple of years, which gives you turf toe. Right. Now he's going to Philadelphia where he's going to be playing on grass, which I think will be a change for somebody like him playing 8 or 9 games now in Philadelphia where he's going to be playing on grass, different from turf. Will it be better for him? I think it'll be better for him. I don't know how he's going to transition to it in 9 games because he really throughout the season he played probably 9 or 10 times on turf because of all the other stadiums that he plays in.
Chicago's natural grass, Green Bay's natural grass. I think where the Chargers were playing their soccer stadium or whatever, they were natural grass. So yeah, it probably is around 10.
So what did you guys think of what the Giants have done so far in the offseason? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, one of our posts today was that the Giants signed former Patriots special teams Nate Ember, which I think a lot of people were happy about.
I don't know who's happy. I know Speedy's a Giant fan, and he wasn't very happy about it.
It's not a it's not a flashy move. It's just a special teams guy. So it's really
Well, that's
just
a flashy move because special teams is as important as the offense and the defense.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm
but
just
he's
saying
not.
I'm not
It's
saying
not Slater.
Right.
I mean,
not,
he's not
right,
a star special teams guy.
Don't expect him to do much just on the defensive end, is what I'm saying, as a safety. So that's all it is. Nothing wrong with it.
What did you guys think about the Jets acquisitions, adding some offensive line help? Joe Douglas said he was going to add some players to the trenches. That's been their problem for the last couple of years, their offensive line woes. They are bringing back Winters, I heard, Speedy. So
really?
That's what I heard, yes. They're going to have to cut his... They're going to have to cut his salary to $7 million. If he cuts it down to $7 million, they will keep him. If he doesn't, they will get rid of him. So, what do you guys think about the acquisitions of McCovern, Font, and bringing back Lewis? What do you guys think about that?
So I thought those were good moves, especially for the O-line, or at least solid moves. If the O-line could just stay healthy and could just actually get it together for once, they have a shot at being the contender of the AFC East. For once in my life, because I don't remember, what was it, maybe like 10, 11 years ago. I was like 10 years old when the Jets last made the playoffs and weren't even the top. But
2010 was the last year they made the playoffs.
All right, stop sticking it to us, Speedy. I'm so sick and tired of hearing
telling him, I'm
your
not
robotic
sticking it to
voice. Yeah, robotic voice. It scares me. Maybe I should go get a pan out of the kitchen and beat you on the head with it. How does that sound?
All right. You'll have to produce the rest of the show then.
Well,
I'll be knocked out.
Oh my God.
that could make a great Instagram post.
it would.
Oh,
It
my
would.
God.
You know what I would do?
Record it for us.
You know what I would do? I would tape him to the back of the wall and have him just like pretty much just laying there, pretty much like in a little daze. And every time he wakes up, I hit him in the head again with the pan. What do you think, Speedy?
Maybe I'll make a robot version of me so you can do that.
I want to know your thoughts. And obviously, the Jets, I believe, made good moves. I think they need to add a wide receiver. I think they need to go find themselves a pass rusher. There are not many pass rushers still available. There is Jadeveon Clowney, and some stories that have come out in the last couple hours that don't count the Jets out of Jadeveon Clowney's sweepstakes. So I guess the Jets are still interested in Jadeveon Clowney. I just don't want to overpay for Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, apparently his market is lower, too, than he expected, too. He's not going to make as much as I think everyone was expecting him to. And
how much do you think he's going to make?
I think it's good. I think
50,
it's
55?
Well, what, per year?
No, 50, 55 contract. $55 million for 4 years. 3 years.
I think he'll get a little more than that, but I think it'll be more in the range of 16 per year, 17 per year, which is around, I think, 70 overall.
Interesting. How many sacks did he have last year? 9? 8?
I think it was 9.5.
Well, the Jets need that, but they had Jenkins there. Is Jenkins that much worse than Jadeveon Clowney?
Yes.
How could you say that? Jadeveon Clowney only had
Jadeveon Clowney could power rush, speed rush, stop the run.
He had 3 sacks last year. He had 3 sacks.
Okay, in
16 games.
In 13 games.
Oh, so you think that's good?
He was.
So you're telling me
he was limited a lot.
Now I'm
going to
beat you on the head with a pan because he
was limited in certain games.
You are an idiot.
Pete Carroll admitted that.
Hold on one second. He didn't only play for Pete Carroll. He played for the Texans too.
No, he didn't. He never played any games last year with the Texans.
All right, so he played 13 games with Seattle. 13 games with that defense, and you're telling me he only had 3 sacks.
That defense that has linebackers and
so that's your excuse.
What is their defense?
That's your excuse.
They have 2 good linebackers. They had a good interior defensive tackle in Jaron Reed, who was suspended for 6 games. Their secondary, outside of Shaquille Griffin, is nothing special. That's the defense you're really banking on?
I'm banking on this. 6 years in the NFL, and he only has 32 sacks. This is a guy that we're comparing to Lawrence Taylor.
He's a lot better than Jordan Jenkins. I didn't say he was
a lot better? Go look at Jordan Jenkins'
Jordan
numbers.
Jenkins is just a speed rusher.
Go look at Jordan Jenkins' numbers. They're just as good as Mr. Jadeveon Clowney. I will pay Jordan Jenkins $30 to $40 million for 3 years, then pay this idiot, I don't know, 16, 17 million a year for 4 or 5 years. I'm not paying a guy that got 3 sacks on Seattle last year. Sorry, not doing it. Who are the winners and who are the losers right now in your guys' eyes? You, Jillian, who do you think is the winners right now and the losers right now in the free agency market for the NFL?
I think, Tampa Bay is definitely up there because they got Tom Brady. So obviously they're up there with the
Do you guys
for sure.
Do you really think Tom Brady leaving Bill Belichick is going to be the same quarterback he's been for the last couple of years. Remember, he's going to be 43 years old going into a season. Yes, he's got a lot of weapons, but he has no offensive line. They're going to have to go searching deep into.
This one. Please
Ricky,
let
would
me
you like
take
to
this
take
one.
it?
Go ahead, Ricky.
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been thinking for years about this. Basically, I don't think Brady would be anything without Bill Belichick. It's all
I agree with
all
that.
Belichick.
Look at you. Look at you guys. Maybe you guys should go cockfighting. You guys agree with everything, Maybe you should go with Speedy. Maybe you'll bet on the right rooster.
Now, Ricky, I just want to say.
Sell his vibrator.
Go ahead, Speedy.
I was going to ask if there's any coach among the available destinations you would want him, obviously besides Belichick, to be able to do. Don't you think it could be successful with Bruce Arians, who's done it with a lot of different veteran-type quarterbacks, both as an offensive coordinator and as a head coach? And he's also managed well in Arizona with a lot of bad offensive lines, too.
I think Arians has a shot, but at the same time, I think no one could do it really like Belichick.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that.
His offense is completely different.
Oh, I agree. I'm not saying it's going to be the same. I'm saying it's
Tom Brady likes to step back 3 times and let it go. He's not going to be able to do that in Bruce Arians.
Oh, I agree. I'm not
he
denying
steps back
that.
5 times.
I'm not
6
saying
times.
he's going to be the same thing as prime Tom Brady. I'm just saying he can be successful with weapons and with Arians if they can get some level of
Speedy,
tackles.
he's been in the same structure offense his whole career for 20 years. Now he's going in Bruce Arians' difficult offense. It's a difficult offense. And he uses wide receivers all over the field.
Carson Palmer did it, no problem.
Carson Palmer is not Tom Brady.
Okay, Carson Palmer played with the same team for 8 years or whatever. And
Carson Palmer, when he played for the Bengals, he was a step-back quarterback. He would step back 4 or 5 times and release the ball deep. Tom Brady usually short passes. That's what he structures his game on. Short passes, and once in a blue moon, he'll throw a deep pass. Now he's got 2 or 3 wide receivers and a tight end in O.J. Howard that he's going to have to share the ball to. He's got to feed the beast. And I think he's going to have a problem over there with Bruce Arians.
Yes, because when's he ever had a problem spreading the ball around?
When he has no good offensive line. And his offensive line, this offensive line is going to be worse
it's bad.
than the Patriots' offensive line
I know
last
that.
year.
I said this is all in circumstance.
Boing!
If they draft the tackle, like
Boing!
they almost have to now, and if they at least
That's me hitting him in the head with the pot.
improve some areas with their right tackle position. Marpet and Jensen are good inside, but they need tackles for sure. And again, O.J. Howard was used a lot to block last year. Don't be surprised if they don't improve the right side, if they try to do that too, and have Brate be more of a receiving tight end as well.
Guys, I want to know what you think about the wrestling situation. I've been reading some things about Vince McMahon and WrestleMania. He is thinking about still having WrestleMania, but without a crowd. Without a crowd.
It's going on, actually. It's going to be at the at WWE's Performance Center in Orlando, and it's now split into 2 nights. So it's 2 days of WrestleMania now, which is it's going to be very interesting to see how they pull that off.
What is this, like SmackDown and Raw without any fans?
Before.
I've never been done before. I'm not going to have I haven't watched wrestling in a very long time, but do you think I'm going to want to watch a fake entertainment match when there's no fans screaming and going crazy out in the audience? Why would I want to watch that?
Errol, I would watch out with what you're saying now.
I'm just speaking the truth.
Getting angry.
Not at all.
I'm just
speaking
the truth.
That aspect of not having any fans, and to see, I think it's gonna lose that aspect of all that hype coming with all the fans there. So it's gonna be missing that special element that the fans that WWE Universe does bring. And as of right now, they're also doing like Monday Night Raw in the Performance Center without fans. They're doing everything without fans, it's interesting. We'll see how it goes. But I do miss, being able to go to events and actually, because it's different watching it on TV and being there, and just the atmosphere when WWE when the superstars music hits. It's something you gotta have an audience with. Without, I think you're just